Love the idea of living off of dividends right now? Don't have time to let the process of compounding play out for you? Want big income from your investments immediately? Then you have to check out today's video.
He is a best-selling author.
30-year-old Jason Fieber has a plan.
This guy retired at only 33 years old.
I don't know if I know too many people that have accomplished something like that.
He's really kind of a guru when it comes to passive income.
Before I get into today's content, please give us a big thumbs up if you find value in our videos. Helps us to get the word out and grow the channel, and I'd really appreciate it. Dividend growth investing is a fantastic long-term investment strategy. It radically changed my life and allowed me to retire in my early 30s. But one of the most powerful aspects of the strategy is right in its name: dividend growth. A lot of high-quality dividend growth stocks simply don't offer super high yields. Instead, it's all about letting those dividend increases slowly compound over time, eventually turning your dividend income into a runaway snowball of passive income that you couldn't reasonably spend. But what if you don't have a decade or two to let that compounding process play out for you? What if you're at retirement age or close to it and you need income now? Or what if you're a younger investor who wants to amplify the overall yield of your portfolio? Well, that's what today's video is all about. I'm gonna tell you about 3 dividend growth stocks that offer big, strong dividends. They're big because we're talking about yields that are more than 4 times higher than the S&P 500's 1.5% yield. And they're strong because they're backed by the necessary cash flows. The last thing you'd want to do is chase after a high yield, watch the dividend get cut, and then see the value of your investment drop like a rock. Also, these dividends are still growing. Not as fast as many lower yielding stocks, sure, but you'll need that underlying dividend growth to protect your purchasing power because inflation is slowly gonna eat away at it. Wanna know which 3 dividend growth stocks I'm talking about? Let's dig in. The first stock I wanna bring to your attention is AT&T Inc., stock ticker T. AT&T stock yields a massive 7% right now. If that kind of yield doesn't get the bills paid, you might have too many bills. And it isn't just yield you get from the media and telecom conglomerate. This dividend is also growing. AT&T is a dividend aristocrat with 36 consecutive years of dividend raises. The 10-year dividend growth rate is only 2.2%, so there's not a ton of growth here, but that's the trade-off with a 7% yield. Also, this dividend is safe and easily covered by cash flow. The company took in over $27 billion in free cash flow last year, and the dividend only sucked up 55% of it. So this is a stock where you can count on that big dividend to keep coming. The next stock is Enbridge Inc., stock ticker ENB. Enbridge is yet another 7% yielding stock. Cash, baby. This Canadian energy company moves oil and gas through its pipelines, but it also pipelines big dividends straight into its shareholders' brokerage accounts. Yet again, I'm not just talking about yield here. You also get growth. Enbridge has increased its dividend for 25 consecutive years, and with a 10-year dividend growth rate of 11.3%, this is a pretty compelling combination of yield and growth. While a lot of energy companies have to worry about volatile commodity prices, Enbridge basically operates as a toll booth business that collects fees for energy transportation. This keeps Enbridge's dividend safer than a lot of other energy plays. Distributable cash flow per share easily covers the dividend. Keep in mind, holding the stock in a US taxable brokerage account will trigger a dividend tax withholding from Canada, which you'll have to claim back at tax time. Last but certainly not least, we have Altria Group Inc., stock ticker MO. You want another stock with a 7% yield? Well, here you go. If you have no reservations about investing in a tobacco company, this stock is great for investors who want income now. MO may as well mean mo money. Again, it's not just a 7% yield here, which in and of itself is fantastic. You also get that dividend growth. Altria has increased its dividend for 51 consecutive years, which puts it in rare company. And the 10-year dividend growth rate is an impressive 9.1%. However, more recent dividend raises have been small. Also, the company's earnings per share easily covers the dividend. Altria is guiding for adjusted earnings per share of between $4.49 and $4.62 for this coming fiscal year, which clearly exceeds the $3.44 dividend. This stock can pave your portfolio with one of the biggest, strongest dividends out there. All three of these stocks offer a safe, growing 7% yield. And with all three of them being in very different industries, you almost have a miniature portfolio here. If you're an investor who needs income right now, do consider these three dividend growth stocks for your portfolio. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give us a like if you did, and let us know in the comments what you think about these three dividend growth stocks. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on new content. Also, take a look at the description box below for some important links, including a link to my personal stock portfolio. This six-figure portfolio, which I call the Fire Fund, generates enough passive dividend income for me to live off of. It allowed me to retire in my early 30s. I've made my portfolio entirely accessible over a Patreon, and I also post alerts there whenever I buy or sell a stock. I put my money where my mouth is, and I'm often invested in the same high-quality dividend growth stocks that I make videos on. Over the years, I've heard from thousands of investors who've been profiting from many of the same exact stocks that I own. So if you think this is something that you could benefit from as well, check the link in the description to see my portfolio and start getting my buy and sell alerts. I'll see you next time.